Hi there, welcome back.
Welcome to 5 Minute Fridays. I'm Miranda,
I'm Dan.
and let's go ahead and dive right in. So today we are streaming to YouTube at 1080p, 29.9 frames per second, and 6 megabytes per second. We're using our PTZ Optics 20X USB camera. The Audio-Technica AT3031 mic is connected to our Behringer UMC 202 HD. We're using the Pafalook 720p camera. We're using an Acer laptop with vMix desktop capture sending NDI. We have the vMix mousepad Freedom Edition.
Freedom.
We're using our X-keys XKE124 T-bar with the video switcher key set. And we are running vMix Pro on the MSI laptop.
And we're trying to use vMix Social, but we're still having issues with that. We need to do some more testing. But we've got a lot to talk about today, so let's dive right in. We are talking about the X-keys, NDI PTZ app. And this, what I have here, is an X-keys XK68 joystick unit, which we have laid out to do pan, tilt, zoom control with our app. And then we bump over to the app itself. This is what it looks like. Your X-keys that are connected will show up here. And here you will see every NDI source available on your network. You can see we have the PTZ Optics NDI camera connected already. And I'll just throw a display in there for fun. And we can switch among these four sources and control them with NDI PTZ controls. Let's see, the way you would do that, you set up the X-keys. If we click on the Set Up X-keys button here, and you just press a key on the X-keys, and then you select the function that you want to use. Let's go to Preset and double click it, and that's it. That function's assigned to the key. We have some variables we can control there to control the speeds. And I'll talk a little bit about that later, but let's take a look at what we have here. We have, right now, we have this PTZ Optics camera on the other side of the building connected to our network. And you can see Daniel there watching our show as we speak. And we can control that. So you see my hand go in here on the joystick. I'm going to pan over a little bit, see the back of Gordy's head. Hey, Gordy. And I have these presets configured. So that's number one. Number two is going to go zoom in on our moose here. Number three is going to go over and look at the front door. What's on four? Same thing. Five. There's Maggie. Say hi, Maggie. Oh, autofocus is... Oh, it's trying to focus on the leaf, which is close at hand. And I can tell you a little bit more about that later. But let's go back to the wide shot. So, a really cool function we've added to this that I want to show you is this key right here. And we call this Y to zoom function. What this does is we can zoom by twisting our joystick, which I'll do here, but it can be a little bit difficult to control that way. So with this function, if I hold this key down, the Y-axis on my joystick becomes the zoom, and I can have all kinds of fun controlling that. Some other special keys we have on here, we have speed reduction, because you know when you get zoomed way in on something, back up, it can be really hard to control. Just a tiny little movement of the camera throws you a long way. So we can reduce the speed by a percentage. I have a 50% and a 1% key here. So if I hold this down and move, I get a little more accurate in my movements. That's without it, and that's with it. So you can play around with those settings in the app and find out what works best for your configuration. And that's a quick overview.
My bad.
That's a quick overview of the of our NDI PTZ app. Yep. If you would like to test it, you need an X-keys and you need an NDI PTZ camera. And you can contact tech@xkeys.com, and we'd be happy to send you a link and have you help us test it.
Yep. So we'll be sticking around for a little bit afterwards, and if you have any questions or comments, we'll
Put
be
them
here.
in the chat.
Put 'em in
Be
the
happy
chat.
to answer your questions. Thanks.
Thank you.
Gone.
And we're back.
So, any questions? I mean, that was a quick little shot I gave you there. Just 5 minutes is a lot of time to put this stuff in,
No,
but
right.
I was hoping it would stimulate a few questions.
Right.
But so far, all we have are funny comments.
Yep.
So we'll give you a couple more minutes here. Yeah, I love you too, Tommy. And hi, Rudy. Rudy, I'm probably going to contact you to get some help with troubleshooting vMix Social. We had it working on our first show, and since then, just doesn't seem to be working for us.
No, it doesn't want to load anything.
So we were hoping to have your comments to throw up even the highs and stuff. Question?
Is the software free for NDI and X-keys support?
Yes, the software is free, absolutely free, no charge. But you do need an X-keys to operate it.
Good thing they're cost effective. Will the controller work a Sony Handycam?
Any PTZ camera with NDI can be controlled with this. So what we've done is NDI in their last release, they put PTZ commands in, and what we've done is taken the set of PTZ commands that they gave us and put it on keys. Oh, can you jump back over here to the shot of the unit again, Miranda? I can show you some of the other functions we have on here. We have presets. The set preset key, you hold this down, hit the preset, and it's going to save that into the camera. You can see my percentage, so I can slow the zoom and the pan and tilt speeds down when I need finer control. We've got the white balance up there. Select between the 4 cameras. Can you get that multi-shot up there again, Miranda, where we have this one and
Gotcha.
the one with everything, the one with the
Oh,
camera and the controller.
Fine.
No, that's not it. 7. Input 7.
One more time.
No, that's, yep, okay, that's it. So if I hit 0 zoom here, it's going to zoom all the way out. Daniel, get back to work. Stream's over. If I hit the pan and tilt home key here, it's going to center the camera back so it's looking straight forward. And then we also have these autofocus keys. So I can manually move the focus in or out. I can trigger another autofocus refresh, or I can pause autofocus. Sometimes you see like a live shot and somebody puts their hands up and the camera refocuses on their hand and throws them out of focus. If you run into an issue like that, you just hit the pause and your focus depth is not going to change. And then these up here I have a crosshairs key. Yeah, you need to bring just the app back up. What's that, 6? Okay, if I do this, it'll go full screen. This is the crosshairs. Show hide hides our program, brings it back up. This key can toggle it from full view on the camera that you're controlling to all the cameras. And then this one is like a maximize, minimize function. So that's just controlling what our program looks like. But it's pretty versatile. We've given the end user a lot of flexibility. We try to do that whenever we can. If it's X-keys is known for, is having that flexibility. So here's a little more.
Have you been abusing the Lego people again?
This little guy, the little guy next to, let's see, where's our shot there? Yeah, this little dude here was a gift from Tim Vandenberg when I injured my back on a show a couple years ago. So that was really nice. I keep him around.
Might as well.
To remind me that it's good to be healthy. Oh, any more questions?
Any more?
All right. Well, hey, thanks everybody. We appreciate you tuning in and hope you find these things informative and helpful and fun.
Yeah.
We try to combine those.
All right. Have a good weekend.
Bye.